so what we'll do first is let's take a look at exactly what Notebook LM actually is. So first of all, you want to come to this page, Notebook LM, Google, and if you Google Notebook, this will come up. Okay, and then all you want to do is try. So this is sort of what you'll come to first. You can read all this and do all this, and then basically you can try an example notebook, or you can create your own. Let's do an example for this, so I can explain basically what's going on. So basically what Google Notebook is an AI-powered tool developed by Google, of course, that is intended to revolutionize note-taking or research or information processing. It's described as an interactive notebook. It combines the utility of traditional note-taking with the advanced capacities of AI, specifically Google's latest model. Google allows users to upload their own documents, such as Google Docs, PDFs, text documents, source of information. You can upload your own text documents, for example, any notes that you've taken. You can even link to a URL or to YouTube videos, which is a really great feature. And then once you've uploaded all these documents, as you can see here on the left-hand side, you basically do add source. Then you can basically search within those documents specifically. So that is the power of this, is that it only will search for information within those documents. So unlike other things like ChatGPT that will pull in resources from other sources that may not even be particularly reputable or reliable, Google Notebook will only search within these documents that you've uploaded. You can also add notes here. You can see these other features that we'll come on to later. It'll also give you some sort of prompts as well if you're stuck of what to actually do. So there's a lot of features here, but the main thing is it will search within whatever documents you have uploaded. Let's do a quick search here and see what sort of comes up as a quick demo. Then I'll basically show you one from scratch as well. So I'm interested whether it'll give me the cons as well. It's just gone through all these documents and it's taken up all of this. So you can see it's given the pros. I'm interested in what the cons say. There's a limited source types, no automatic updates, source limits. One of the things also that is really cool is, so you can see exactly where the search has got the information. So you can see here, you can click here and go on which correlate to this. So you can search that and then it will highlight within that document what it's found and where it's taken it from. So you can go straight to the source, which is pretty powerful. Now let's start one from scratch. So we come back here. This is the interface that you'll have when you want to create a new one. And in my personal one, I've got loads and loads here. That view, most recent shared with me, etc. So we're going to go create a new one. And this is what you'll get met with. You can upload a source. So for example, if you have a PDF or an MP3 text document, you can link to Google Docs or Google Slides. You can link to a website or a YouTube video, or you can paste your own notes. I've ended up using all these features for various reasons. So it's a great thing that you're able to do. At the moment, I'm on the Keto 800 diet. So what I could do is create a source for me here, where I could gather everything I could find, all my research around the keto diet, the Keto 800 recipes, everything like that. So I'm going to show you a few ways that we can import stuff. So first of all, I am just downloaded 2 PDF books, three, which are to do with the Keto 800. So I can just take them, drag them over here, and these are PDFs. We can put them here. You'll find them here. So we've got the 800 Keto, which is by Mocha Mosley. And we've got meal prep, so recipes here. And basically it's going through all these documents and starting to do its magic, basically. Now, second of all, I can come here to this video here, which is an hours-long interview with Mike Mosley about the Keto 800 diet. Look at that. We go back here and go to YouTube, put it in. And sometimes it doesn't do it, and I have no idea why. Well, that's interesting. It's taken out the other 2 sources. don't know why it's done that. That's a bit of a glitch. Well, let's put them back in. It's no big deal. There we go. Don't know why it did that. It's very odd. Now the other one you can do is I've just done a quick Google search, and you can have your own copy your own text or any notes that you've made. And again, now hopefully it won't get rid of these. You can pick the text, right click, paste. There you go. Insert. And it'll do it. It has done it. Very well. I'm going to come back and do it in a second. Let's show you one more. So I found the website here, which is the Fast 800 Diet, the science behind it. So I thought that'd be quite interesting to get all the science. Now, I'm not sure how deep it goes, but we can all see. We'll check that. So we go here, the website, put it in. There we go. And it should start to do that. Let's put these books back. Maybe it needs to finish processing before you can add any. I didn't know that. Basically, you can add up to 50 sources. One little cheat, if you have got quite a lot of PDFs, for example, that are over 50, then you can go to a website called Love PDF. Just Google that. And in Love PDF, you can basically merge PDFs. So if you got 20 PDF files, for example, merge them into one, and then come back, and you should be able to try and add them there. I previously did one of these where I had quite a lot of PDFs for a particular job that I was doing, lots of information, and I merged it all into about 5 different ones. So that worked. So I'm going to wait for these to process now, because I think if I try and do anything else, it may just cut them off and come back and we'll do a little play around. So it's done that now, as you can see. So there's all these sources. There's a few things that I can do here. You can do, it just has a question. You can add a note. So this is quite helpful. For example, if there's 2 or 3 things that you really want to look at, say, pros and cons of Keto 800, for example, and then you can make all your notes as you go along here. That's quite helpful. So you can see that it just saves it there. You can do an audio overview, which I'll show you that later once it's processed. You can do a briefing document, which will brief all of these. So it's generating that now. So briefing document, again, this would be an amalgamation of all of these. So you basically have everything that you possibly want from these documents. One of the cool things is if you just wanted today, say, do a one of, what was the YouTube video that we did? That was that one there. It would do that, for example. So if I unclick all these, and I could just on a YouTube video, remember that was over an hour, so there's a lot of content there. And then we could do a briefing document of that. So just that's a briefing document of just one source. So practical dietary advice, meal plans, recipes, all this type of stuff. Really good way if you've got lots and lots of very detailed documents, particularly something like, imagine if you're a scientist, for example, you've got loads of documents here. You could do a briefing on each document, so you could have a very quick overview. And then if you wanted to, then you could do a briefing over the whole load of the subjects and then have an overview of everything. Still going, we'll come back to this a bit later. So back to the notes here, if we wanted to, we could say, what are all the main rows of the Keto 800? So it's given me a list of all the main rows here, and it's also told me where this comes from. There we go, little testimony there. It's very, very clever. Every time I use this, I'm so impressed. So I can either just copy this now and put that in there if I wanted to. So I've got that, or I can actually save this as a note. Yeah, so it's got that. Now, the very cool thing is I can also convert this to another source. So it's information within information, which again can be very helpful. Not in this purpose, I don't think, but imagine, again, if you're doing something very intense, information intense, like science, maths, that type of stuff, history, again, that could be quite a helpful thing. So let's look at the cons it comes up with. There we go. So it shows you all the cons as well. So again, you can do that whole process again. So if you go back over here again, we can do the study guide, which is probably similar to the notes that we did, but let's look at the study guide. So we're going to do study guide here. So it's done that. Let's look at this. What is intermittent fasting and what are the 2 common sources? So this is more of a quiz. answers, essay questions, lots of key terms. This is not obviously so helpful with this particular subject. This is more, what we're doing here is more a resource for ourselves if we're a hobby or an interest that we're looking at. But if you was using this source, for example, if you're a teacher, a lecturer, want to teach something in business, that type of stuff, or you wanted to do your own research, you wanted to challenge yourself in learning something deeper, then this could be really helpful, the study guide. A briefing document. Again, if you just wanted a very quick overview of the subject, you could use a briefing document. So this is the briefing document, and you can see it gives you, again, a very quick overview of the whole concept. If you didn't want to read a whole book, for example, if you've quite a dense book that you wanted just to have an overview of, again, you could put it in here and it would give you the overview. Then we can do frequently asked questions. Let's take a look what comes up there. So we've got frequently asked questions. Again, where would you use this for yourself personally? If you want to get an overview of the subject, for example, it could be very helpful. Or if you're teaching this subject. Finally, from these four, you've got the timeline. I don't know how well this will work with this. Timeline, of course, is a very specific thing, but we'll have a look, see what comes up. I've used this a few times. Sometimes it's really interesting and in-depth, and other times it just hasn't worked because the subject matter is not compatible with that. It has worked. Let's see. Well, it has worked. So it gives you a timeline of how it's come to main characters. Interesting. So it has given something. It's failed a few times on me, but again, depending on the subject that you're looking at, it could be very helpful. And finally, we've got here this audio overview, which is basically like a fake podcast. That's really, really well done. They've recently had this feature where you can allow, okay, this is different to what I expected. So I have no idea. I'm just going to see what happens here.
All right, let's dive into the Fast 800 Keto.
Sounds good.
We've got Dr. Mosley's book, right? The Fast 800 Keto. We've also got...
So far, this is what it does. It basically produces a podcast conversation between two hosts, and it discusses the sources that you've put in. The benefit of this, and you can download it, the benefit of this is that you could take this to a subject that was quite in-depth, and you want to learn it. You tend to download this podcast and listen to it when you're driving to work or school or something, and revise a particular subject. But I don't know what this join is.
A keto meal prep cook. Oh, hey there, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? Good to meet you.
Hey there, it's great to meet you too.
Absolutely. Welcome to the show. We're happy to have you listening.
So we were just about to get into the nitty-gritty of the Fast 800 Keto.
We were going to break down the science
Oh my
and how it
gosh.
all works.
Plus, we've got tips, tricks, and all that good stuff.
And we'll be sure to address some common myths along the way.
So have you ever done a keto diet at all?
That's a great question. I think it's fair to say we've both explored the idea of keto.
It's definitely something that's been on our minds, given the research.
I've definitely tried a more general low-carb approach before, not full.
It's a brand new feature. I don't know when that was released. It must have been so recent, within the past week. That is incredible. And the immediate benefit that I can see there, oh, that's sort of taken me. The immediate benefit that I can see there is that you can guide this whole conversation to how you want it. You can learn from it. So I could sort of say to it, hey, so what do you think are some of the main downsides to the Keto 800 diet? And it would chat using I'm pointing to the screen, you can't see me pointing to it. It would chat, but using these resources as the information. That has blown my mind. Anyway, so that is a really quick overview of this. And the amazing thing is, before that feature, I was blown away by this tool. I'm even more blown away now. I hope that's helpful as an overview. I plan to do in some of the other videos is to give you some potential ways that you can use this tool, and some of them are really quite unique and interesting, and I'm gonna have to go away and come up with some more ideas now from this. So thanks for watching. See you soon.